Director commentary. I have decided to use Quentin Tarantino as my chosen director. He was born in Tennessee on the 27th of March, 1963. Growing up, he developed a passion for the movies. He relates back to this in a quote he gave in an interview. The quote was, "If you truly love cinema with all your heart and with enough passion, you can't help but make a good film." I have chosen this particular director because when you watch a Tarantino film, you can always pick up on things that will make you think, this is one of Tarantino's. This makes him an auteur. In my opinion, Quentin Tarantino is one of the most identifiable authors there is. As an example, I will show you a few clips proving that he is an author and explain how. Tarantino can be identified as an author because in a lot of his films, you can see something called a long-held shot. A long-held shot basically does what it says on the tin. It is a shot held in one place for a long amount of time. The best example of this would be Django Unchained, 2012, Kill Bill Volume 1, 2003, and Pulp Fiction, 1994. Usually, directors wouldn't do this, but Tarantino is not a regular director. He prefers to do things his own way. But these films were all influenced by another film. All of Tarantino's films are homages. Homage is a tribute to something. For example, Pulp Fiction is homage to the whole film noir genre. Kill Bill is homage to a film called Lady Snowblood and any other martial arts films. And Django Unchained is homage to any spaghetti western films. In conclusion, I feel that Tarantino can be labelled as an auteur, not only because he has similar shots in some of his films, but he sometimes uses actors that he's worked with before. For example, Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson. Also, Tarantino uses specific character tropes in all of his films. For example, Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds, 2009, Michael Madsen in Reservoir Dogs, 1992, and Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, 1994. They all play witty men. This character is important to Tarantino's films because there is always a situation that requires the help of a witty character. The codes of Tarantino's films are easily identifiable. There will always be blood and swearing in a Tarantino film. Some will have more than others depending on what type of film he has made. For example, if you compare the amount of blood in Reservoir Dogs, 1992, to the amount of blood in Inglourious Basterds, 2009, you can clearly see that Reservoir Dogs has a lot more blood. Also, Tarantino uses mise-en-scène in his films as well. Mise-en-scène means to put in a scene, which includes clothing, hair and makeup, props, lighting, setting and location. You can tell a lot about a character with mise-en-scène. For example, in Inglourious Basterds, 2009, the man kneeling down in front of the man with a baseball bat is wearing some sort of uniform. From this, we can tell that he may be in the army. The scenery in which this takes place is a dreary wooded area. They are on a long patch of clear path, which could mean they are on a road. The sound that is used for this scene is diegetic and non-diegetic. There is some dialogue between the characters
for killing Jews. Bravery.
And the sound of a baseball bat being used. These are diegetic sounds because the characters can hear it as well as the audience. But the music that is being used as the man walks out of the tunnel is non-diegetic. This is because the characters cannot hear it, only the audience can.